What's up everyone and welcome back for another video. Today's review video is going to be slightly different due to the setup of Resident Evil 2 Remake. Before we jump into the video, this isn't going to be the end of my Resident Evil content. I actually have more plans, such as a video discussing if I prefer RE2 or RE3, and a video where I tell you if I like Claire Redfield or Jill Valentine more. So stay tuned for that. If you would like to be entered for my giveaway, all you have to do is like this video, comment, and make sure you're subscribed. When I get to 50 subscribers, I will announce what the 150 sub giveaway will be. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I'm so thankful for the community you all have given me. You ready for the video? Let's go. First and foremost, there's a full warning here that there will be spoilers about the ending and just full in-depth spoilers. So if you haven't played this game and you don't want to be spoiled, come back after you've journeyed through this masterpiece. Due to the setup of this game, I struggled to make another review video of it just talking about Claire's run. I found that basically all my points were going to be the same. So if you want an in-depth look at the basic mechanics of this game, you can check out that review video linked in the description or within my RE2 folder or reviews on my channel. So I decided to make this a personal comparison video and reveal which run I preferred. Disclosure, I played Leon's run A and Claire's run B to get the full story and the canon ending. Both of these I played on assisted mode as I'm still new to the Resident Evil franchise. Let's begin by discussing how it differed between playing as Leon and playing as Claire, as we made our through Raccoon City to save the mother world. Surprisingly, the game does a good job of making you feel like you're playing as Leon, an experienced cop, versus playing as Claire, a young woman searching for her brother with no training. The game makes you feel these things by statements, expressions, weapons, and interactions. When you're playing as Leon, he appears overall more confident with the obvious moments of, "What the bleep is going on here?" which he states a lot. Now, when picking up a gun as Claire, her weapons make you feel less experienced. They really put you in the shoes of Claire looking for her brother, not a rookie cop, it's just so different from Leon, and you can feel it, physically feel it in the game. They require more reload time, which is very slow. Alongside the idea that she is not a rookie cop, she is in fact never likely used a gun to this extent. I don't know if it was just me, but her aim felt more difficult to grasp throughout the game, and I missed more shots as her than I did as Leon. But again, maybe that's just me. Overall, Leon felt like a more prepared and experienced character, which makes sense given his background. I honestly felt like this really added to the immersion of the game. Next, let's discuss the story differences between these two runs. First off, Claire and Leon are in Raccoon City for two very different reasons. Claire is in search of her brother, who works for RPD, and Leon has been assigned as a rookie cop. Therefore, the story plays out differently for both of them. As Leon, we are investigating and in search of answers as to why our new cool cop buddies are walking nightmares now. And as Claire, we are equally confused, hoping one of those isn't our brother. As Leon, you meet an additional character named Ada, whose sinister motive you will eventually discover. Then you're hellbent on stopping this virus. Claire's story shapes up differently when she finds a little girl named Sherry and learns more about Sherry's family and the virus that way. The stories were different enough, played in the order I did, thanks to the human in my community who suggested this, you know who you are, that I didn't actually feel like I was playing the game twice. Because Resident Evil was so puzzle-based, it was nice to have an idea of what was going on my second run, which slightly sped it up. Additionally, because the stories are different, the end goals for both characters differing, this allows the story to take you through separate parts of the same map. A good example of this is exploring the chief's office as Claire, which turned out to be one of the neatest areas in the whole game, if you ask me. But hey, who asked? Anyway, I appreciate the stories having different progressions such that I wasn't bored and felt like I was on a similar but entirely different mission throughout the game. Also as Claire, you get to explore the orphanage and find out more about the creepy police chief Irons. During this, the story expands and allows you to play as Sherry in the worst game of hide-and-seek possible. On the contrary, when playing as Leon, you meet Ada, an overconfident FBI agent, who falsely lusts over you to steal your hard work. On a rather neat note, when playing as her, you get to use a hacking machine that's actually quite fun. So to wrap it up, the story progression being vastly different led us on two different paths in the same game. We were able to expand our knowledge already gained from the previous time within the sections to make the playthrough smoother a second time around. I can't imagine a better way for a game to have you play it basically twice and never actually make you feel like you're playing it twice. Makes sense, right? Okay, good. As I've laid out some of the obvious, very basic differences between the two run-throughs, I want to note that choosing between these was not taken lightly. It was very, 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 very close, and something I thought about a lot. I really love this game and would replay it any day as either character. When looking at my time spent as Claire and Leon, I have to pick Claire as the one I enjoyed overall more, again by a very small margin. I choose her because I enjoyed her story more and I felt that the storytelling aspects were more solidified within her campaign, and I learned more lore and backstory because of it. Furthermore, the canon ending was freaking adorable, and I wouldn't have gotten that as Leon. So I just want Claire to adopt Sherry, and Leon and Claire to either raise her as best friends together or as a couple. It doesn't matter to me. Like I mentioned before, I'm new to this franchise, so I don't know what is to come, but I know I need to know. I digress. Not only did I feel like the storytelling was slightly better in Claire's run, I enjoyed the locations I explored more. For example, playing as Ada adds more time in the sewers. I hate the sewers. Goodbye. No, but really, as Claire, I got to go to an additional location and play in the orphanage. The atmosphere there was creepy, but also detailed and gripping. I didn't like Police Chief Irons, however, his position and purpose in the game added to my purpose as a player. I hated him and I wanted to ruin everything he started, or facilitated. Overall, I felt like Claire's story gave me more motivation to make a difference, and I felt more immersed in the world. The conversations between Claire and Sherry added to the gameplay by hitting you straight in the feels. They made you care about this kid you just met, and they show Claire being a meaningful caretaker for her. This gave me more motivation to do whatever it took to save Sherry and give her the life she deserves. Leon's story had a fair share of laughable moments and exploration as well as immersion, but hey, I had to make a choice. It wasn't an easy one. Well, now that I've spilled the beans and told you which campaign I prefer, let me know down below which one you preferred and why. You're probably like me and that's a really tough choice for you. If it's not, let me know that as well. For future reviews, I've began taking notes as I play, such that I can improve upon these types of videos. Feel free to leave me suggestions or tips as well as any additional content you may like to see. I'm still making my way through other games on my channel. If you want to check these out, that'd be super cool. I really appreciate you all and thanks for stopping by. I will see you next time.